Right now, one of Madison's oldest child care centers got a huge upgrade today. We show you their new location. Also, for now, a shutdown has been averted. We look at the deal that made it today. And members of the vegan community gathered today to celebrate Vegan Fest in Madison. That's all coming up right now at 10. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. One of Madison's oldest child care centers celebrated a big upgrade today. Red Caboose Child Care Center officially opened their new space on Madison's east side, tripling the number of kids they'll be able to take care of. But that new capacity still isn't anywhere near Madison's need for child care. Braden Ross has the story.
Long time coming, yes, a decade in the making.
One of Madison's oldest child care centers is brand new again.
The building we had been in for the last 50 plus years is even older than that. So it was a very well-loved building, but we've grown bigger than what it could do for us.
In their new space on Madison's east side, the Red Caboose Child Care Center will be able to serve 3 times as many kids.
Today can kind of celebrate that and celebrate this new opening, but I hope it also draws attention to the fact that that's not enough, that's not nearly enough.
Right now, there are about 2,500 kids in Madison on a waiting list for childcare. Expand that to Dane County, the number goes up to about 6,000. This new child care center will be able to knock 100 off that list, but what's left, still a lot of need.
Almost every career decision that I have made, I have always factored in childcare.
We do have childcare deserts, even right here in the Madison area, and certainly they're worse right across the state of Wisconsin.
State Senate Minority Leader Melissa Agard is a Red Caboose alum herself.
I remember being dropped at Red Caboose when my parents were going to work and when they were students.
Now, she and her Democratic colleagues at the state capitol are fighting to preserve a pandemic-era program that would put $365 million in funding towards supporting child care providers.
Taking care of the workforce behind the workforce is vitally important.
The Child Care Counts program was critical to keeping us afloat through the pandemic. And it's going to really hurt our bottom line here when it expires.
Even with this new location, it's not just space that Red Caboose needs.
We just can't find enough staff. We can't pay enough. In order to pay more to attract more staff, we have to raise our tuition rates, and that puts childcare out of reach for so many families that we as a nonprofit have been trying to reach since we started.
We need public investment to be able to make like a thriving childcare system. So hopefully today can kind of elevate that and bring awareness to that need.
Reporting in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Without added funding, the Child Care Counts program will expire in January. The proposal that would keep the program is still under consideration. And let's get a look at your first one forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington.
Yeah, Jalen and friends, we're tracking fall temperatures by the time we get to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But fall-like colors, those are out there right now, folks. In fact, we can look at those fall colors here. Up comes my map. Isn't that pretty nifty here? Look at those fall colors peaking over portions of northern Wisconsin, just east of Rylander. Starting to make progress towards those peak colors here in southern Wisconsin. Vernon County, Crawford County, starting to enter towards that peak color time frame. But we got a ways to go here over southern Wisconsin. Those beautiful fall colors here behind me. This is where we're going to be going over the course of the next couple of weeks, folks, here with those fall colors up towards Vilas County. Thanks, Luke, for sending us this very pretty photo. This is what's on the way for southern Wisconsin. Beautiful weekend to get out and take a look at those fall colors. I'd like to see some of those fall color pictures. Let's take a look at this here. First one at WISCTV.com. Like I said, those temperatures not fall-like now, but they will be turning fall-like pretty soon, just when the temperatures plunge. That's coming up, Jalen and friends.
All right, well, sounds good. We'll see you then. The House and Senate approved the 45-day funding bill to keep federal agencies open. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy dropped his demands for steep cuts and relied on Democratic votes for the passage. The bill increases federal disaster assistance funding, but does not include aid for Ukraine or border security, which will likely be taken up in a separate measure. Michael George reports from New York.
The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Hours before the federal government was set to shut down, the House passed a last-ditch measure to fund the government through mid-November.
On the House floor, we passed by overwhelming numbers the ability to keep government open for the next 6 weeks. I asked Congress, will stay in session the next 2 weeks, continue to work to get this done.
House Speaker McCarthy decided to rely on Democrats to help push through his temporary funding plan.
We went from devastating cuts that would have impacted the health, the safety, and the economic well-being of the American people in 24 hours to a spending agreement that meets the needs of the American people across the board.
Meanwhile, the Senate still needs to approve the measure for it to take effect.
I think one of the things we've seen over the last decade or so is that we have more and more of these points where there's a disagreement and we walk right up to the very end.
Even if a deal is reached Saturday, it won't be long before lawmakers will have to scramble once again to reach a long-term agreement. Michael George, CBS News.
Some of the hard-right Republicans opposing McCarthy's government funding efforts have vowed to fight hard for their priorities and to even shut it down. United Auto Workers President Shawn Fain joined striking workers on the picket line in Toledo, Ohio today. On Friday, the union expanded its strike against the big three automakers by ordering 7,000 more workers off the job in Illinois and Michigan. The local in Toledo was the first group of workers who walked off the job 2 weeks ago. The union is demanding more pay and benefits for General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis. Fain told workers he is escalating the strikes because Ford and GM refused to make meaningful progress in contract talks. New details about a deadly crash in Illinois involving a semi-truck carrying ammonia. This happened in Effingham County in the south central part of the state yesterday. At least 5 people died in the multi-vehicle crash. Several other people suffered injuries. Authorities say the truck was carrying about 7,500 gallons of ammonia and about 4,000 gallons leaked. The spill forced about 500 people in the area to evacuate their homes. Officials say there is no time period for when residents will be able to return home.
This accident caused a large cloud of anhydrous ammonia on the roadway that caused terribly dangerous air conditions in the northeast area up to Topless were evacuated because of it.
State environmental workers say the gas leak is partially patched and they are monitoring conditions. The cause of the crash is under investigation. Free Bikes for Kids hosted their first bike donation drive of the season in an effort to get more bikes and keep Madison kids riding. Today's donation drive collects bicycles now with plans to refurbish them during the winter. And in the spring, they are donated to families who don't always have the opportunity to own and enjoy all the benefits of a bicycle. The goal today was to collect 400 donated bikes, allowing all sizes and styles to be accepted. It's all about making sure the kids are able to get out and have some fun.
We're so excited to see these beautiful high-end bikes coming in because our recipients, they rely on these bikes for their transportation. And so it's really awesome to see.
Free Bikes for Kids is hosting another donation drive on Saturday, November 4th if you're looking to give back to the community. If you can't make it then, just head to their website at fb4kmadison.org to find other ways to donate. UW-Madison and the community went out and celebrated the second annual Harvest Fest. The Harvest Festival takes place at the Wyman Kitchen Gardens and puts a spotlight on cuisine of African American, Latin, and Native American cultures. Several groups, including the UW Department of Plant and Agroecosystem Sciences, the Native American Center for Health and Professions, and Trade Routes, chose, planted, and harvested the crops that were a part of the event.
To be able to share this with the community. We love being able to do that kind of community connection and to have our community partners who help grow the garden be able to speak with a public audience, to be able to share the food. All of the stuff that's coming out of this food truck over here came from produce from the garden.
The festival's capped off with live performances from local artists and musicians. Vegan Fest made its way back to Madison today. The Free Community Festival celebrates a vegan lifestyle with food vendors, exhibits, speakers, and live music. The family-friendly fun event offered more than 50 exhibitors offering different variations of baked goods, beverages, and delicious savory options. Although we are in America's dairy land, participants are finding ways to celebrate their own lifestyles.
To have a space in Madison that is really lining up with staying true to animal welfare, to also working within the community and supporting the community, the agriculture community within, and people that are doing some fantastic stuff to tend to our land, to tend to our soil, and create some amazing, nourishing food.
If you weren't able to attend this year's event and want to see more about what it has to offer, more information is on our website at channel3000.com. This is as Wisconsin as it gets. People gather today to celebrate cheese at the Cheese Fair off the square. As part of the Art Cheese Festival, Wisconsinites were able to purchase and bask in the vast outdoor market of cheese. Sellers from around the state were there to offer up award-winning Wisconsin cheese.
It's really important to us that consumers from all across the globe know that Wisconsin truly is the state of cheese. 90% of Wisconsin milk goes to making cheese, so it is a huge industry for us and for the state and for the farm families here.
The state of Wisconsin also makes half the nation's specialty cheese. Not only did it feature a Wisconsin staple, but it was also free to the public. Coming up next at 10, the winning numbers are in. Find out if you're the winner in tonight's Powerball jackpot. Plus, when you don't have the energy to do the dishes, you may just want to throw it in the dishwasher. Well, Consumer Reports shares some tips on what not to throw away.
Congratulations! It's a new sewing machine from the Electric Needle. It's more accurate than older models and has hassle-free threading. Plus, it comes with free unlimited owner's lessons. Find sewing success at the Electric Needle. Frontage Road off Seminole Highway.
Just look at them. State-of-the-art Honda hybrids, making ecological art out of any conditions they encounter. Rugged, dependable, stylish performance with fuel efficiency and low emissions that'll make a tree hugger blush. What's this phenomenon you're witnessing? It's the future, today. Electrified driving built for Wisconsin. Get your Honda hybrid now at your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer. Honda gets Wisconsin.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Announcing the winners of Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Congratulations to Roth Cheese for winning bronze for Best Cheese Producer. Roth Cheese, always good. See all the winners on MadisonMagazine.com.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying... He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win. How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
America, it's a 24/7 kind of place. And that's where Ford Escape comes in, the ultimate getaway vehicle. With available driver assist technologies like pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, and Bliss with cross-traffic alert to help you get away from it all, even when you're right in the middle of it. You got this with Ford Escape. Choose FlexBuy on Escape with 2.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,500 FlexBuy cash, only at your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Congratulations! It's a new sewing machine from the Electric Needle. It's more accurate than older models and has hassle-free threading. Plus, it comes with free unlimited owner's lessons. Find sewing success at the Electric Needle. Frontage Road off Seminole Highway.
Artificial intelligence has entered the classroom.
I noticed it first in poetry.
I'll show you what teachers are doing to curb AI misuse and how a change in thinking could make it a valuable tool for learning.
Outsmarting AI, Thursday at 10.
Tonight's estimated $960 million is at stake after nobody won Wednesday's Powerball jackpot, making it the fourth largest in its game's history and the second largest prize this year. And the winning numbers were pulled in the last 15 minutes, and the winning jackpot ticket has the numbers 19, 30, 37, 55, 46, and 22. If there's no winner, the jackpot will once again continue to grow, and it will draw again Monday night. A dishwasher is a convenience most of us can't live without, but you can't just throw everything in there, as tempting as that may be. Consumer Reports reveals the 5 things in particular you should never put in your dishwasher.
Ever wonder sometimes what you can and can't put in your dishwasher? Well, CR is here to help.
There are some items that can really get ruined in a dishwasher over time.
Like cast iron pans. You probably put a lot of work into seasoning your pan. And why not? It keeps your food from sticking and your pan from getting rusty. But the dishwasher can strip the seasoning and leave you with a rusty skillet. Instead, try water and a paper towel. If that doesn't remove stuck-on food, you can try a little dish soap. Copper pots, Moscow Mule cups, and aluminum cookware should also stay out of the dishwasher.
The hot water and harsh detergents can discolor and tarnish copper and aluminum and dull their shine.
Copper can also get scratched in the dishwasher. It's best to wash them by hand. The same goes for nonstick pans, even if they say dishwasher safe. That's because dishwasher detergent paired with hot water can ruin the nonstick coating over time. Save your money and wash your nonstick pans with warm soapy water and a soft sponge or brush. Knives for slicing and dicing can cost a lot of money, so you really want to take care of them. And that means keeping them out of the dishwasher.
The handles can start to separate over time, and they can get knocked around, which can dull the blade.
Wood, water, and heat aren't a good combination, which means your wooden spoons, bowls, and cutting boards should be kept out of the dishwasher to keep them from warping or cracking. Instead, wash them with a sponge and hot soapy water. If you're using wooden items with raw meat, poultry, or seafood, consider disinfecting them every few months with a solution of 1 tablespoon chlorine bleach per gallon of water. This is Marcy Whalen.
And while it may sound like common sense, CR reminds us that food should never go in the dishwasher, no matter what they say on TikTok. All right, let's get a look at your First Warn forecast with Alex Harrington.
Yeah, sorry, I had a chuckle there at the end there too. Let's start off with the 3 things that you need to know. Let's get right into the forecast here. Staying dry and warm through Tuesday, then enter a rain chance on Wednesday. That's going to signal big changes in the temperature department. Let's focus on the temperatures. Let's start off with your Sunday. High temperatures on your Sunday, low, mid, maybe even upper 80s across Dane County. We'll do 83 in Madison, 84 to the south in Brooklyn, but off towards the north and towards the west, towards the Wisconsin River Valley, could be pushing 85, 86, 87 degrees. Temperatures out there right now, a warm 74 degrees. I got to remind you, our high temperature for this time of year, middle to upper 60s. So we're still well north of that. And it's 10 o'clock at night, still hanging on to 79 in Boscoville. Just unbelievably warm temperatures for this time of year. Let's track those temperatures starting off 63 here in Madison, 64 in Lone Rock, 67 Camp Douglas to the south, 62 in Janesville. But that's not cold. That's pretty warm to start off October 1st. Remind you, this isn't July temperatures. This is October now here as we head into Sunday. Boosting middle to upper 70s to lower 80s by the time we get to the lunch hour. Boscoville winning our temperature contest. 84 degrees, 81 to the north, 78 here in Madison at lunchtime. And as we head towards that 3-4 o'clock time frame, we'll do 83 in Madison, 86 in Janesville, 82 in Mineral Point. But look at Lone Rock and Boscoville tied at 88 degrees for a high temperature here on your Sunday afternoon. Again, reminding you it's beginning of October tomorrow. And as we round out this time tomorrow night, we'll do upper 60s to right around 70 degrees. And then starting off your work week on your Monday, beautiful temperatures. Look at that. We'll do 60 degrees to start most areas in southern Wisconsin. And we got another warm day on your Monday. Bottom line with our temperatures, staying warm over the next few days, dry through Tuesday, then we march towards Wednesday. That's when we'll have the next chance of rain, folks. Let's see that here in our 7 to 10 day forecast. Again, 83 on your Sunday, 82 on your Monday, 81 on your Tuesday, lows in the 60s. Remember, 60s are normal high temperatures for this time of year. Here's that weather system on your Wednesday, 76 degrees. Then look at Thursday, 66 degrees. Temperatures are going to start to tumble towards Friday. And I'll step out of the way here, folks. Look at this. Temperatures in the 50s by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday. This would be below normal temperatures. So we swing from July-like temperatures really to the middle and end of October-like temperatures by the time we get towards next weekend. Pretty day to be out in the lake today. Almost want to jump in the lake as warm as it is out there. Thanks, Tanya Stewart, for sending us this picture from Lake Mills. You could hop in the water again tomorrow. First Warn at WISCTV.com is a good way to send us those weather photos, Jalen and friends. And I think we'll see more fall-like photos coming into our First Warn distribution over the course of the next couple of days. But I wouldn't be surprised to see people in that lake, but then you have the fall-like colors in the background, so you got summer and fall in the same picture.
Yeah, the 2 pics that we got today were absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
We have some really talented viewers out there, but as for that cool down, we're going to need to break out the coats, and luckily we've got a coat drive going on here at News 3.
Yes, we do. Yes, you'll definitely need the coats. I don't know if you'll need to pull out the mittens quite yet, but something more fall-like appropriate for attire is
Oh, yeah.
ready for us by the time we get to next weekend.
All right, well, sounds good. Thank you, Alex.
Yep.
The Coats for Kids campaign is entering its final week for donations. Right now, we've collected over 1,700, but we have a long way to go until we get to our goal of 5,000. So for you guys at home, this is how you can help. If you have any kids or teen-sized winter coats that are no longer being used, please consider dropping them off at any area Clinky Cleaners. They'll take it out of your hands and off your hands, and they'll clean it for free. You have until next Saturday, which is October 7th. And if you don't have a coat but would still like to help, you can buy a coat or other kinds of winter clothing from the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County's Amazon wish list. We have a link to that on our website at channel3000.com/coatsforkids. And still ahead, we got one step closer to finding out who the Brewers were facing in the playoffs. We've got that and more coming up in sports with Andrew.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What did you get?
A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance.
Uh-huh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $750 cash allowance on this Silverado. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
We're cranking up the voltage, Wisconsin. Lottery retailers all around the state are lighting up with the latest limited time offer. During September, there is a 1 in 3 chance the Lightning Ball strikes a set of 2 plays on Megabucks. When it does, players get an extra number, which means better odds of winning a prize. Jackpot not included. This electric offer is only available for a limited time and only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
A 33-year-old woman has fenders and a new headlight installed on her bike, but the parts are badly designed and cause her to crash. She never walks again. She decides to hire Habish, Habish & Rotier, and she receives $14.5 million. The Habish team negotiates with the headlight manufacturer in Germany, the fender company in Hong Kong, the fender designer in Madison, and the bike shop in Seattle. It is literally the opposite of one phone call and a quick settlement. Habish, Habish & Rotier, national reputation, hometown service.
Are you sweating over high energy bills? Windows drafty or broken? Champion is here to help. With our 70th anniversary sale, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals, and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen. And action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
New and current customers can get the titanium iPhone 15 Pro on us. US Cellular, built for us.
What did you get? A 94.
That's good. AAA Auto Insurance scored a 94 on member satisfaction.
What? AAA Auto Insurance.
Uh-huh. You can't shush the truth, people. You can't shush the truth.
AAA Auto Insurance. Expect something more.
For the 5th time in 6 years, the Brewers are headed to the postseason. But until tonight, we didn't know exactly who they'd host in next week's 3-game NL wildcard series. Tonight, we still don't really know, but we have a better idea. The Cubs and Reds were eliminated today, meaning Milwaukee will either host the Marlins or the Diamondbacks next week. Even if it was meaningless, this game was exciting against the Cubs. They led 6-0 in the first inning, but the Crew scored 5 rapid runs. And then here in the bottom of the second, Carlos Santana blasts a solo homer to tie the ball game. But Chicago, they'd strike right back. Fourth inning, tied at 6 apiece. Ian Happ stings one through the 5.5 hole. That would give the Cubs the lead. Chicago would go on to win at 10-6. That's despite being eliminated. The Crew will play game 162 tomorrow. What a week it's been in Wisconsin sports. Talking about the Bucks now. The Milwaukee Bucks shocked the NBA world on Wednesday when they traded for Damian Lillard, creating arguably the best duo in the NBA. Earlier today, the Bucks held a welcome party for Dame that looked more like a championship parade than it did a welcome party. Lillard, one of the most electric players offensively in all of the NBA, brings Giannis Antetokounmpo, a running mate, unlike he's had before. That's boosted the Bucks' betting odds to be the favorite to win next year's NBA title. We're 4 games into a new era of Packers football, and Green Bay is 2-2. The NFL's youngest team has showed their inexperience of late. After beating the Bears in Week 1, they collapsed in Atlanta, won on a Saints missed field goal in Week 3, and got trounced by Miami on Thursday. Make that Detroit on Thursday. But again, this team is young. Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre each went 2-3 in their first 5 games under center for Green Bay. And Jordan Love has looked good. But Matt LaFleur will tell you the offense has a lot of work to do, and that starts with starting fast.
It hasn't been very good when you look at it, especially the last 2 games when the majority, like about 6 out of the 8 quarters, have been not very good football. Do we have to do a better job of trying to get the ball into our playmakers' hands, whether it's in the run game or the pass game? Absolutely.
Usually around this time on Saturdays, we're getting ready to break down Badger highlights, but not this week. Bucky drew an early bye week this year, and they'll host Rutgers next week for their homecoming game. After that, it's a real gauntlet slate. They'll have Iowa, Illinois, and Ohio State in the weeks to follow, but still plenty of local football here today. To the WEAC, where 4th-ranked Whitewater opened the WEAC slate. On the road against UW Oshkosh, Whitewater rode a rigid rush game, I should say, to a 23-0 halftime lead and never looked back. Tamir Thomas rushed for 117 yards as the Warhawks won 37-21. Elsewhere in the WEAC, Platteville, who are just outside the top 25 nationally, traveled to 6th-ranked UW River Falls. The Pioneers made it close, trailing by 5 points entering the 4th quarter, but River Falls came out on top. It was a brilliant day in the air for Platteville, but the Falcons win it 27-16. It's really exciting to finally have the entire MLB postseason, at least all the teams we now know. A couple of matchups could change, including the Brewers, who may play the Marlins or the Diamondbacks, but Cubs and Reds are gone. It's a good time to be a Brewers fan, and yeah, absolutely. You can't really beat it.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this on there for the last few weeks, the past month even, where the Brewers, when, you know, the going got tough, they found a way to win, which is postseason across all sports. So hopefully that'll carry over into this next stretch for sure.
A truly resilient team, too, a team that's really had some bad stretches throughout this year and continues to respond with good baseball. And, you know, it's really the type of team you want heading into the postseason. And they'll start off next Tuesday in Milwaukee.
All right, well, sounds good. I know that we'll be there. Thanks, Andrew. We'll be back with more after this.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
So we spend 1/3 of our lives sleeping. Shouldn't we try to get the best sleep possible? That's why Denver Mattress is all about that sleep life. And during the 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every 1,000 you spend. Or save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup. Any size, any model. Plus, no interest until 2028 and free shipping. Improve your sleep life one night at a time. Only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
Just where do you two think you're going without your safety gear?
You know how we feel about riding without your gear.
Well, it's so nice out.
We're only going for a short ride.
Maybe we should listen to them more often.
I told you so.
And be home on time for dinner!
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza. A lot more.
That's our extra-large New York-style take-and-bake pizza. And it's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. And only $9.99.
Do I have to share it?
It's recommended, but not required. Papa Murphy's. We make great pizza, so you can make the pizza great.
Such a great deal.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Psoriasis really messes with you. Try, hope, fail.
No one should suffer like that.
I started Cosentyx. 5 years clear.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentyx. Serious allergic reactions, severe skin reactions that look like eczema, and an increased risk of infections, some fatal, have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
Best move I ever made.
Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning 9 awards in the Milwaukee Press Club Excellence in Wisconsin Journalism Competition, including top honors for Best Single Story or Feature Design and Best Feature Photograph. Celebrate the best of Madison in the throwback edition of Madison Magazine. Give it up for our Readers' Poll winners. Crack open a pop culture time capsule and relive the wild days of local radio. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Donate kids' winter coats at Clinky Cleaners during Coats for Kids.
All right, Andrew, real quick, when it comes to the Packers, Coach LaFleur talked about, how they got to get things going. What would you like to see from the offense moving forward?
Yeah, I'd like to see them run the ball maybe a little bit more and be able to establish that to give Jordan Love a little bit more time. Kind of like Matt LaFleur said, Jordan Love can't throw the ball from his back, so a little bit more protection.
All right, well, sounds good. Alex, we've had some warmer temps stick around as of late, but what can the audience expect?
Summer-like temperatures sticking around for a couple more days, then enter that shower chance on Wednesday going into Thursday, and then summer-like temperatures go adios because we're in the 50s next weekend.
Adios and hopefully sayonara. And thank you all for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for making it a great evening.